Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. Okay, so now we are going to see a new topic for this MTS 0013. We have the basic programming topic today. Okay, so before this or last week you have seen my video regarding the introduction to algorithm. Okay, so now after you have seen the video, in order to proceed, in order to do the program, okay, you have to know the basic first. Okay, the basic of our programming first. Okay, so today I'm going to show to the student. Okay, we have here, okay, we have the identifier, we have the variable, data type, C++ input and output statement, simple program, and then the last one we are going to see the C++ operator, assign, and arithmetic here. So in order to do the program, okay, so you have to know all these basic concept in C++, right? So the first one we have here, we have the first one, we have identifier. So what is the meaning of identifier? You have to know the concept of identifier first. Okay, so here we have the meaning of identifier: name for some part of a program, for example variables, function, etc. Okay, let's say you want to give the name to variable, you want to give the name to the function, so the name for the function, the name for the variable, that is identifier. Okay, after this we are going to see the detail about identifier, so you can understand better, right? So in order to give the name to the variables, to the function, okay, you have to follow the identifier rules. Okay, we have several rules here. Okay, the first one, okay, in order to give the name for the identifier, okay, the first one, the first character must be a character or an underscore here. Okay, not a digit. Meaning here, in order to give the name for variable, for function, the first character must be a char, must be a character here or underscore. What is the meaning of character? The small a until small a until small z, or capital A until capital Z. So that is the character. And then after you have the first character, you can combine. Next, you can combine. You may use digit, numbers, or underscore. So the identifier is the combination of digit, numbers, and underscore. But at the beginning, you have to use the character or underscore, not a digit. Okay, in the middle, you can use a digit. Okay, then after that, you have upper and lowercase characters are distinct. Meaning here, let's say you have these two names here, Sam, and then this is also Sam, but the first Sam start with the capital S, and then the second Sam start with the small s. So this Sam, okay, you have different meaning. Okay, you have the first Sam, and then you have the second Sam. You have the different variables here. Okay, and then the last one, identifier must not the keyword in C++. So we will see the keyword in C++. You cannot use the keyword in C++ as identifier. Okay, so conclusion here, you must use the combination of digit, number, and underscore, but the first character must be the character or underscore, not a digit. Okay, and cannot use the C++ keyword in C++. So that is the identifier for the rules for the identifier. Okay, now this is the keyword in C++. All the keyword in C++ are in English. Okay, we have all the keyword are in the small letter, right? So you cannot change all the keyword in C++. Okay, all these keyword you may come across when you learn a lot of topic after this. Okay, so you don't have to memorize the keyword, but it will come when you learn any topic. Then I will mention that this is the keyword, so you cannot use in identifier, right? So this is all the keyword. Let's say you have here for, and then integer, if, false, and then true, and then void. So this is all the keyword in C++. So make sure you don't use all these keyword as an identifier. Yeah? Okay, so that is the identifier, and then we move to the valid and invalid identifier here. Okay, so in order to get a better understanding of what is identifier, so we have to see the example here. We want to know either this identifier valid or not valid, right? Okay, let's say I have the identifier name here, total sales. Okay, so is this identifier valid? Okay, so I have the answer here. Yes, it's valid because we start with the character, and then all the word here we use the just the character. We don't have any special symbol or other than that. Okay, so this is valid. And then the second one, total sales. Okay, but I have two word here, total underscore sale. You separate the word. You can separate two words. Okay, but you have to use the underscore between the blank in the for the blank space here. Okay, so if you have two word, okay, use the underscore in order to separate the word. Okay, so this is valid. Yes. Okay, and then I have the total dot sales. Okay, if you see here, I use the dot here. So dot is not valid. Okay, it's not we can use in identifier. So this is not valid because it contains the dot here. Okay, so as I said just now, you can use only the character, digit, and underscore. This is the dot, so it's not valid. And then you have the next one, you have fourth quarter sale. Okay, we start with the digit. Identifier cannot start with the digit, so it's not valid. Okay, then I have total sale dollar sign. Okay, I have the special character dollar sign here. Special character cannot be used in identifier, so this is not valid also. Okay, so this is the identifier valid or not valid. Okay, now we move to the variable. Okay, what is the variable? Okay, variable in Malay we call it pemberi upah. Okay, you have learned in science, you have the variables there. Okay, in science, you have the constant, you have the variable. Okay, you know the meaning of variables there. Okay, but in learning computer programming, okay, we have to see a variable, the meaning of variable in the different side. Okay, so what is the meaning of variable if you learn computer here? Okay, so any location, a location in memory computer to hold the data. You have the location in your memory computer. Okay, so this data can this memory computer location here, this location can hold the data. So you can't see the memory computer, but you can imagine. You can imagine, yeah. You have the memory computer, and then you have the box there. Okay, so let's say you name the box there is master, so that is a location, so you can hold, you can input the data in that location, so that is variable. Why we call it variable? Because the data inside this board will change. Okay, can be changed during the execution of program. If the data or value in the box cannot be changed, we call it as a constant, so that is a variable or constant here. So any location in memory computer to hold the data, we call it variable. So you have to give the name for your variable. For example, here I give the name for this variable as semester, and then you have to give the data type that the variable can hold. The data type we will see after this. Okay, so every variable must have the data type. So the data type we will see after this. Okay, and then every variable also must be defined before it can be used. Okay, in learning programming, in writing programming, in order to use the variable, okay, you have to define, you have to declare at the top of your program. You can't use the program, you can't use the variable if you haven't declared it yet. Okay, so you have to declare the variable. For example, okay, the name of variable here semester, so I have the name of my variable semester. So this is the view. Okay, the not the view, the location. Okay, in your memory computer semester here, you can put any data in this box. Okay, so this is the variable. Okay, now we move to the next one. We have the data type. Okay, so in order to write the program, we have to know the variable, we have to know the data type, then we have to see some special character, then you know how to write the program. So now we move to the data type. We have several data type that we can use in C++. Okay, first you have integer. Int stand for integer, and then you have long. Okay, so you can use this data type, integer or long, if you want to input or you want to give the whole number. Let's say number 1, number 100, 0. So you give, you can use the integer or long. If you want to input the real number or floating number, we can use float or double here. Okay, let's say 11, 12.445, and then 3.8, okay, for example. So you can use float. Char stand for character. Let's say you want to input your address. You have your number, your house, okay, your number house, okay, your house. You have the number for your house, okay, and then you have the road, right? Okay, so you have to combine the digit and the char there. So in this case you can use the char, the data type char here. Okay, let's say your house number 1, Jalan Bunga Kenangan, for example. So you can use the char there. And then the last one, we have the boolean normally true or false. Okay, if true, the number 1 will insert in the box. Okay, if false, number 0 will insert in the box. So this is the data type. Normally in C++, what we use integer, and then float, and then char. Normally we don't use the boolean. Okay, we use only the uh, first three here, right? So that is the data type. So now you have known the variables, you have known the data type. Now we move to the um, uh, to the declaration of your variable. How to declare your variable? Okay, in programming, okay, a variable must be declared. As I said just now, before it can be used. For example, you have the variable semester, you have variable pi, and then address here. So you have to declare. How to declare? You have the name. Okay, what is the name of your variable? Let's say semester. Then you have to put the data type for your variable. Okay, semester, you can input 1, 2, 3, or 4. So the suitable data type for your semester is integer. So you read here, semester, the data type is integer, and then semicolon, meaning you can input any integer is whole number, so you can put any whole number for that, for your variable semester. Okay, then we have the year of study. If you see here, I separate year and then of and then study. So I use the underscore here. In order to use the word, okay, separately, you have to use the underscore. Otherwise, you can merge or combine the word. Okay, so year of study I declare as integer also here, and then semicolon. Okay, pi normally 3.142, so float. CGPA also float. Okay, name char. Okay, but what is the difference between char name here and then char name 30, and then semicolon? Okay, so if you declare just char name, if you want to input the name, let's say Ali, okay, it will accept only the first character, because this is only for one size. Okay, but if you put char name 30, it will accept until 29 character. So it depends to the length of your name. Okay, let's say your name is, the length of your name is 29, so you can put extra one here, becomes 30, right? Same goes to address here. Let's say your address 30 here, char also, so you can input your address until 29 character here. You can combine the digit and character. Okay, boolean, let's say the variable or done, and then you assign the true to or done. Okay, so meaning number 1 will move to the or done, and then false to finish, number 0 will move to finish. Okay, but normally we use only the integer, float, and char only. Okay. Okay, now we want to see the special characters that we have in C++, because this is important in writing C++ coding. Okay, in order to write the C++ coding, you have to use all these special characters. We will see later, after this. So you have to know, use when you write a code, right? All these characters. So what is the character you have to know? Okay, so we have the list here. The first one is the double slash. Okay, so double slash meaning beginning of a comment. So let's say you want to give just a introduction or a description about your program, so you can make a comment there, so you have to use the double slash. Okay, then I have the second one, I have the hashtag here. This is pound sign, beginning of preprocessor directive. Okay, and then I have the open and close bracket. So this is the open and close bracket in C++. Yeah, open and close bracket, enclose file name in the include. Then I have the open and close parentheses. This is not the bracket. This is the parentheses used when naming a function. Then I have the open and close brace here. Okay, open and close brace. Okay, beginning and end of our program. After that, we have the open and close double quote. Okay, then we have the semicolon, end of programming statement. So all these special character you will use in the program. So you have to know after this. Okay, okay. Then we have to move to the input and output statement in C++. Okay, in order to input the data, or in order to output whatever you get from your program, okay, you have to use the input output statement in C++. So we are going to see first the output first, right? Output statement. So output, you want to display the text on the screen, you have to use the output statement. So we use the C out here, C out, and then double bracket here, C out, double bracket here. Okay, for example here, C out, and then I have the double bracket, open and close double quote, and then between open and close double quote I have the word oopsie, and then semicolon. So if you see here, we want to display the word oopsie on the screen, so we put the word oopsie between open and close double quote. And then the next one, we have the C out, open and close double quote, escape, and then I put the double bracket here, and then end line, ENDL stand for end line, then I have the semicolon. Okay, if you have the word end line here, meaning, okay, when you compile this program, the cursor will move to the next line. Okay, we will see after this. Okay, so the last one, I have the see out software engineering, right? Okay, so when I put the software engineering between open and close double quote here, meaning I want to display this word on the screen when I run this program. Okay, so now after you, let's say you compile, you will get this output. First oopsie, okay, then we have the escape here, because you don't have any end line, so the word will combine together here, oopsie and escape. Okay, but for the escape here, I put the end line, meaning the cursor will move to the next line, and then what you have when you compile here, software engineering will be on the next line. Okay, so this is the cout statement. We use the cout statement in order to display the output on the screen. Okay, so you have the cout, and then you have the bracket here, double bracket, and then tag. What is the tag that you want to display on the screen? You have to put between open and close double quote. Okay, and if you want to use the end line, you have to use the double bracket again, and then end line, and then semicolon. Okay, end line is not necessary, is not compulsory in writing program, but if you want to you output, if you want to produce the better output, okay, it's look better, so you have to use the end line, so the cursor will move to another line, then your output will be uh, in a new line, right? So that is the C out. Okay, then I have here also the slash n. If you use the slash n, it will give the same output. Okay, so slash n, end line, you will get the same output, but the way to use the end line, the way to use the slash n is quite different here. Okay, now we see how to use the slash n here. I have the example oopsie also. See out, open and close double quote, and then I have the word oopsie, but I put, before I close the double quote here, I put the slash n, meaning here, if you compile this program, the cursor will move to the next line also, so it give the the same meaning if you compile the slash n and then the n line here. Okay, now when you compile and then you have the second one escape, so the escape will move to the no, the cursor will move to the next line and then the escape will appear on the screen. So this is the slash n. You will get the same output if you use the slash n or n line here. But have to careful how to where to put the slash n. Slash n we put before we close the double quote. But n line after we close the double quote and then you have to add uh, the new what we call this the new bracket here. Okay, then you put the word n line. Okay, so this is the slash n and n line. Okay, now we move to the next one, cin. Okay, now if you want to input the data from the keyboard, we use cin and then we still use the bracket, but the symbol is different. Just now you use the this symbol, okay, like smaller than, okay, but this one like greater than here, cin and then greater than. Okay, so this is the bracket symbol. Okay, so in order to input the data from the keyboard, you have to use the cin. So let's say here I want to cin the semester, so I put cin semester and then semicolon, cin CGPA semicolon. Semester CGPA is the variable. Okay, so cin bracket, okay, and then variable, and then you have the semicolon here. Okay, so normally, okay, when you want to see in any data, okay, let's say you want to see in the semester, sometimes when you write the program, when you compile the program and run the program, you know what to see in. Let's say see in semester, so you are the person who wrote the program, so you know, so this is the semester, so I have to key in number 1. But okay, sometimes other people compile your program or run your program, so they might do they might be confused. Okay, what to see in here, what type of data that I have to see in here, because I don't have any instruction. So in this case, okay, in order to instruct the user to enter the data, you have to give a prompt. Okay, so before the cin statement, just give the cout statement and then write the tag that you want to appear on the screen. For example, let's say you want to appear what is your semester, so people will know, okay, now I have to see in the semester, what is your semester, and then the cursor will blink here, and then the people will see in the semester. So this is the prompt, a message that instruct the user to enter the data. Okay, normally when you want to see in something, before that give a prompt, so people will know what should they key in or they see in, right? Okay, so this is the see in statement, and then you have to know the difference between the see in and see out statement. Okay, so this is the simple example. Okay, I have the simple example here. In order to write a first program, okay, you have to have all these main thing here. Okay, you have the hashtag include stream. Okay, I use the .h here. Okay, and then close the bracket here. Okay, then void main, and then open brace, close brace. Between open and close braces here, you can write any statement, see in statement, see out statement, whatever statement you want to write, you can write here. So this is the this is the beginning of our program, this is the end of our program. Okay, why I use the .h here. .h meaning, okay, this is the input output file header, meaning you want to call this input output stream header. Okay, sometimes when you read the book, they don't use the .h, but if we don't use the .h, we have to write something here using namespace standard. Okay, after this I will show you in the program. Okay, so if you use the .h, okay, we don't have to write using namespace standard like this. So this is the old fashion, and then this is the new one. Okay, we still get the same output. We don't have any problem. Either you use the old one or the new one, right? So this is the way to write the first program. Okay, now let's see the first program here. Okay, I have the double slash sample C++ program. This is the command, and then I have the hashtag include IO stream. Okay, you see here, I don't use the .h like we have just now. Okay, but I just use the stream, and then I don't have the .h, so I have to use using namespace standard and then semicolon there. Okay, so it will give us the same meaning. Okay, uh, don't worry if you want to use .h or you don't want to use the .h. Okay, now we move to the void main here. The focus is our main here. Okay, we have the void main. Okay, function name. This is we call it the main function in C++. Okay, in writing the program, you have to have the main function. This is the main function. How to read? This is the main function. Why this is the function? Because you have the open and close um, parentheses here, and then the main here, the data type for the data type for the main is void. Okay, so we read main, the data type void. Okay, and then open brace, close brace, meaning you want to start of your program and then end of your program here. Okay, between open and close brace here, you have the see out hello day, meaning you want to produce the output hello day on the screen. So if you see here hello day, we put it between open and close double quote. Okay, so this word will appear on the screen when you run this program. So this output hello day, you can get the hello day on the screen. So this is the first program that you can try. After this, okay, you have to install your JCreator, then you can try this first simple program here, right? Okay. Okay, now we see the example that we use the cin and cout statement in the program. Okay, so this is the example one. We want to input the CGPA. Where if we run the program, then we want to input the CGPA. Okay, so this is the program. Simple C++ program. This is the command, and then I have the include IO stream. I use the new one. Okay, using namespace standard semicolon void main here. Okay, you have the CGPA. You want to input the CGPA. So you have the cin CGPA semicolon. As I said just now, before you cin any use any cin statement, you should have the prompt there. So let's say I want to use the prompt here. See out what is your CGPA. Then the cursor will blink here. So it will wait until the user see in the value. So let's say now when we run this program, the output will what is your CGPA? Then I type 4.0 here. So if you see here, uh, the CGPA, okay, normally we use float. So you have to declare the CGPA at the top here, CGPA float and then semicolon. So you save this program, you compile, run, then you get the output as what is your CGPA, and then you get 4.0. Okay? So that is the example of the use of cin and cout statement in the program. Okay, now I have to move to the operators that we have in C++. This operator is very important because sometimes you want to calculate the mathematic operation, right? You want to do the numeration calculation, so you have to use the operators. We have two operators here, assign and then arithmetic. Okay, first we look at arithmetic operator here. Okay, in C++ you have the arithmetic operators, okay, similar to what you have in mathematics, but we have another symbol here. Okay, so we see the symbol first. Okay, you have the symbol addition here. Okay, then you have the subtraction, you have the multiplication. Okay, in mathematics we use the x times there. Okay, but here we use the asterisk, and then we have the division, and then the last one modulus. You don't have this in mathematics, but in C++ you have modulus. This is the symbol of modulus. Okay, what is the difference between the division and modulus? Okay, this is the example here. Let's say you use the 7 divided by 3, you get 2, because you get the 2 times 3, you get 6, Okay, then you have the balance 1. But if you use the 7 modulus 3, you get 1. So modulus will will give the balance for that calculation, but division will give the number we type there. 2 times 3, 6, and then the balance is 1. So if you use 7 modulus 3, you get 1. So this is the operator that we have, arithmetic operator that we have in C++. Okay, we will use all these operators, okay, when you want to do the calculation, right? Okay, so now we move to the another one. Okay, I have explained this one, okay, regarding the modulus. Then we move to the assign operator. What is the meaning of assign operator? Okay, if you want to store a value in a variable, let's say now you want to store a value in semester. Just now you imagine that we have in the uh, memory of a computer memory, we have the box semester. Now you want to store this one, number one, into the box there, the semester. So we use the assign operator. So equal here, we call it assign operator. Meaning here, we give the initial value to the semester 1. Okay, meaning you want to give the value 1 to the semester. So it will have the number 1 in the box of semester. So this is the assign operator. Okay, normally if you use the assign operator, you have to give the value at the top. So now semester will have the 1 in the box. Okay, so in this case we don't have to input the semester because semester has the data already. Okay, so that is the assign operator. So in C++, you can use the arithmetic operator and assign operator, okay, in doing calculation. Okay, you want to calculate something, you want to do the process, so you can use these operators, okay, assign and arithmetic operators. Okay, so now I have to move to the exercise. Okay, I want to show to the student, if you have the problem, simple problem, then what you have to do. Okay, now my question here, calculate the area of the circle. Just calculate the area of the circle, and then you are given the radius equal to 2 and pi equal to 3.142 here. So you have the value of radius, value of pi, and then you are given also the formula of area equal to pi times radius here. Alright, so now what are the steps that you have to do? Okay, what are the steps that we have to do in order to solve this problem? Okay, if you still remember last week when you seen the video, we involved 6 phases in order to solve the problem using computer. Okay, what you have to define the problem. Okay, in this case you have to understand and read the problem, right? After that you have to do the analysis, you have to design, okay, and then implementation. Okay, today actually what we are doing, we are doing the implementation, we are doing the coding. Last week we did the first 3 here, but today we are doing the implementation or coding. Okay, so if you have that problem, okay, now first you have to define the problem, you have to read, understand the problem. So the problem is very simple, just calculate the area of the circle, so you understand, you don't have any problem here to define the problem. After that, okay, you do the analysis, you have to define what is the input, process, and then output. So in this case, the input, we are given the input there. Okay, you have the radius there. Okay, equal to 2, and then you have to calculate the area, pi times radius, and then you get the output. You plan to get the area of the circle. So this is the analysis. After that, you do the design. Okay, you do the algorithm. Either you want to use the pseudocode or flowchart. But for me, I use here pseudocode. Okay, because I don't want to draw the symbol using the word. Okay, it is quite complicated, so I use the pseudocode. So we have to start here, use the word start, and then end. Okay, set radius equal to 2, area equal to 0, pi equal to 3.142 here. So we set, because we are given the value of radius, the value of pi there, so we set here. After that, you can calculate the area of the circle. We use the formula that are given to us, pi times radius, then you get the area. After that you print the area. So this is the pseudocode for the problem. Then after that we can do the coding. We can transform this pseudocode to coding. Okay, so that is the pace that you have in order to solve this problem. Okay, now we see the solution for the problem just now. We have the problem calculate the area of the circle, right? So how to do the C++, okay, program for that solution. So this is the answer for the problem. Okay, so we have here / sample C++ program, and then we have include outstream using namespace standard. So I'm not going to focus anymore on this part. Okay, now we are focused on the whatever we have in the void main here, right? So now you have the void main, open brace and close brace. Okay, so now we want to calculate the area of the circle. We are given the radius equal to 2, pi equal to 3.142, and then we have the formula for calculate the area there. Okay, so you have the formula area equal to pi times radius. Okay, this formula we get from the question, right? And then the value of pi also we got from the question, pi equal to 3 point something here, and then value of radius also we got from the question. So you just put the value, okay, assign the value to radius, 2 to radius, 3 point something to pi, and then you declare this variable and pi. The data type is float here. So you put float, radius equal to 2, pi equal to 3 point something, and then area end up with semicolon here. So we declare all the variable that we have here, radius, pi, and area. This is the constant, pi not the variable, pi is the constant. So then you calculate the area. Area equal to pi times radius. So pi equal to 3 point something times 2 times 2. So you will get the answer for the area here. What is the value for the area? Then after that we want to see out the area. Okay, we are transform from the pseudocode that we have before this. Okay, so see out area of the circle is, okay, and then whatever you have between open and close double quote here, area of the circle is, and then I use the bracket again, double bracket here, and then area semicolon. So area here, okay, whatever you get from this calculation area, you will get the answer here. So area of the circle is, okay, let's say you get 12, so it will appear 12 on the screen. So if you see here, right, this is the output of our area of the circle, the text that we want to appear on the screen, right? So you have to put between open and close double quote. But what happened to this area here? Why I don't put this variable area between open and close double quote? Can you differentiate between this output and this output? Both of them, okay, we want to output both of them on the screen. Let's see here, area of the circle. Okay, this is the output for area of the circle, and then we want to output whatever we get from the calculation here, the area. What is the area of the circle? So this is the value of the area of the circle. It will appear here. But for this area, we don't put it between open and close double quote. So this is okay. Why this happen? Okay, because we don't want to display the word area. If you put area between open and close double quote, meaning you want to display the word area. But now we don't want to display the word area, but we want to display whatever value that we have in the area here. Okay, let's say you just imagine you have the box area, and then when we have finished our calculation, we have the value of area here. Okay, so the value of area, okay, this value we want to display here as an output. We don't want to use to display the text, but we want to display the value that inside the area. So that's why, okay, the for the first one here I put it between open and close double quote, but here I don't put it in the open and close double quote, because we want to display the value of the area that we have get from calculation here. Okay, so this is the solution for the um, problem just now. Calculate the area of the circle. Okay, if you are given the radius and you are given the pi. Okay, so this is the solution. Okay, after this, I'm going to show to the student, we want to calculate the area of the circle also, but now the radius is not given. Okay, the radius is up to the user. Okay, when the user key in the radius, then the program will calculate the area. So the user free to enter or to key in the value of radius. Okay, this program, solution here, okay, we use the number 2 because we assign already the value to radius, right? So we don't have to key in. Okay, after this we use the JCreator, then we use the cin statement. Okay, so I think this is for the solution. Okay, we move to the JCreator. Okay. Okay, now we want to see the program using the JCreator. Okay, so in order to use the JCreator, you have to install the compiler in your computer, right? So I have sent the link, okay, for your all the files that you have to download, okay, through your WhatsApp group. You have to download all the 3 files. Then after that, you can install in your computer. Please put please place all the 3 files in the same folder. Let's say you create a folder JCreator in your desktop, then all these file, okay, 3 files that you got from the link that I sent to you, okay, put it or place it in the same folder. Then after that, after you download and place it on in the same folder, then you open one by one in order to install the JCreator. After you have finished open all the files, okay, then you get the compiler, JCreator compiler, then you can start doing your coding, right? So this is the place that we want to try to do coding, right? So now I will show to the student, start from the beginning. Let's say now we want to open the new file. Let's say I have the file already here, but now we want to open a new file, yeah, right? So you click file, then you click new here, you click C++. After that, you get a blank space here. Then here you can type anything you want to type, the program, I mean. Okay, so now we want to do in JCreator how to solve the same problem just now, create the area of the circle, but now we don't want to assign the value of radius at the top there. Okay, we don't want to do the initialization for the radius, but now we want uh, to input the radius from the keyboard, because when the user maybe user A wants to input the radius different, okay, compared to user B. So now we are going to see, okay, we start first, okay, include include IO stream, okay, and then you have to use using name space standard, okay, then I have the void main here, void main, void main, okay, then I have the open and then close brace here. Between open and close brace here, right, you can type anything you want to type. You want to type the input, declaration, output, or process, you can do here. Okay, now we start. We want to see in the radius, okay, we need the user to key in the radius. We want to see in the radius, okay. So now if you want to start, please indent the text, okay, indent. Uh, you just tab, you just press the tab on the keyboard, then it will indent, the cursor will indent. So let's say we want to see in radius, right? Radius now, radius, right? After that, when you have the as I said just now, before you see in, you have to give the prompt. So the prompt here, I want to give here just the word, okay, insert the radius. Okay, let's say I instruct the user, insert the radius, okay, then see in the radius, okay, see in the radius. After that, we want to calculate the area equal to pi times radius, and then times radius, okay, then after that we want to see out the value of radius, okay, okay, the area of radius okay, is here. Okay, then we get the area from the variable area that we have calculated there. Okay, then I think okay, that's all. Insert radius, but okay, if you notice here we have the variable radius and then constant pi and then variable area, but we haven't declared yet the all the variable and constant here. So every variable, every constant that you use here must be declared at the top here. So we declare float for area, float area, okay, and then radius, okay, also float, and then pi. But pi, we normally we know what is the value of pi. You have to assign here 3.142, right? So we can put all the variable and constant here in a line, in one line, because they have the same data type here, float, right? Just separate by comma and then end up here with the semicolon. So this, I think, we have completed here, float and then insert radius, okay. So now I just move the close brace up, okay. So after this you can save your file, okay. Save your file. Let's say I save here. I use the let's say circle 1, let's say circle 1. I put the name of my file is circle 1. So you have the circle 1 here. Then after that you can compile, okay. But before you compile, please make sure you check your setting here, okay. You check your setting, compile the setting, and then workspace here, make sure the language here is C++. We have a lot of language here, but you have to choose the C++ because we use the C++. And then the environment here, boolean C++. Make sure you highlight at the boolean C++ here. After you have choose all these compiler and language and environment here, just click use and then apply, okay, apply and then okay. After this you can try to compile your program, okay. We can compile now. So I compile my program. I use the compile and link, okay. Why we need to compile? Because we want to see if there is any error or not in our program. If you got the error, okay, your program got error, you cannot run the program until you correct the error. So we have to compile first, then if you don't have any error, then you can run the program. But if you have the error, your program have the error, you have to correct the error. So I compile first here, okay. I compile, okay. If you see JCreator operation complete here, meaning we don't have any error in our program. So you can run your program now. Let's say now you want to run your program. If you just click the run here, okay, let's say you click the run, you will see the output will appear here at the bottom here, okay. So insert the radius. Now you can input any radius. The user free to input any radius. Let's say I type 2. So after that I enter, you get here the area of the circle is 11 something here, 12 something here, 12 point something here. So this is the output from our uh, program here. Insert the radius, we insert 2, okay, in insert 2 and then they calculate and then they produce output on the screen. The radius, the area of the radius is what, so this is the first way how to show the output. Another way, if you want to produce the output, let's say you don't want to produce the output here, but you want to see on the Windows, MS Windows. So you just click here, tick run in MS Windows here. Just tick here, okay. Then after that you try to compile again, okay, compile again. Then you run again. If you run, okay, this time you will get this screen. Let's say now you get this screen after you tick the run in MS Windows. So you can hit any key, okay. There you get the insert the radius. Let's say I type 2 here, then you get the area of the circle is this is the value that we have calculated there. So you get the same output if you compare using the two type of ways just now, okay. Either you choose the MS Windows or you just run normal run, right? So this is the output, okay. So you can choose if you want to produce your output on the Windows. You have to tick, okay, here run in MS those windows. Otherwise, the output will appear here at the bottom here, right? So this is the solution. Let's say now I want to show to the student if your program has error. Let's say I forgot to put the semicolon here. Let's say I forgot to put the semicolon. Then I try to save here because I want to show to the student. Save, okay. Then the compiler is safe now. Okay, so you have to run. Okay, we run the program. Okay, now you see here you have the error. Declaration syntax error in function main. Okay, we have the error. One errors in compile. Okay, they said one errors in compile. So you have to check. Where should you check? Okay, if the highlighted here in the on the second line, so meaning your error must be in the on the first line. So you have to correct your error. Okay, put the semicolon because just now we don't put the semicolon. Then after that we try to save again. Okay, then we compile again. Okay, we compile again, then we don't have the error now. Okay, so that is the way how to correct your error if you got error in your program. Okay, I think that's all from me. Okay, what I want to show to the student, at least you get the idea how to do the first program, and then if you get the error in your program, you know how to correct the error. Okay, so you can try your exercise, okay, using the JCreator, or you can try the example that I give in the lecture before this. Okay, so you can try and then you can use the JCreator in order to see what is the output for the program. Try to get familiar with the JCreator, right? Okay, I think that's all.